with Frank Ntilikina in the mix. Julius doing his thing. Broadway Barrett willing his team to close this thing out. But in the end, man, it was too much Kyrie, too much refs, and it was just a little bit too late, man. Just a little bit too late. Knicks go down in Brooklyn, 117 to 112. Tough loss, man. But valiant, courageous comeback. It was just a little bit too late, man. Just a little bit too late. So, Act 2 goes to Brooklyn. Julius and company left very, very upset. And yeah, man, 117 to 112. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley Moss, CK2K in the building. This Knicks post-game live presented by Manscaped. Ah, man, oh man. CK, give me some thoughts, man. How you feeling right now?
You had to calm me down before we even started the show because I was going into how I was feeling. I'm pissed, man.
Tight, man.
I already know, man. Scott, look. Tough win or tough loss. See, look, my brain was all so fixed.
It's all
that
good,
we
man.
was gonna get
It's all
that
good.
W.
Take your time, bro.
I was so fixed that we was gonna get that W. I was believing in us. The way we fought back in that fourth. A team that was showing so much grit, so much. We were looking like a lot of people on Twitter, folding already, selling, talking about, we should have won, but we kept fighting. But those Brooklyn officials came in and they had to step in and take things in their own hands or not take things. I'm so pissed off with that. All I'm saying is Obi Toppin, I would have let Julius Randle go. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. It was. I feel Julius. On that one. I felt like they called a lot of ticky-tack garbage fouls on Frank, who gave us the effort, man, gave us the defensive intensity that we needed to bring us back in this game. I thought he was a huge impact in that fourth quarter. Obviously, Kyrie was just unstoppable overall. But, yeah, it was a lot of ticky-tack calls on Frank. The last play, Knicks are down 3, had a chance to tie it. They end up tying up Joe Harris. They get the jump ball, got exactly what they wanted. They win the tip, call timeout. It's 5 seconds left. They would get it to Julius, and Kyrie tapped that ball. Should have been another jump ball. But instead, they call a travel on Julius Randle, and, that's all she wrote, man. It sucks because you never want to see the game come down to this, and Knicks had their opportunities, though. Let's be real. They had their opportunities. We missed a ton of open looks down the stretch, whether it was Burks, Bullock, Frank before he fouled out, missed a wide-open 3. We had our chances, man. And you hate to leave it in the hands of the refs, and unfortunately, it came down to that, and just was too little too late. Ash, how you feeling? You're on mute.
You're muted.
Speechless.
I'm
pissed.
Yeah.
No, I'm pissed. I'm upset. Like you said, obviously, yes, the Knicks had their opportunities. I think we gave away too many points. Even in the first quarter, we gave up 35. We didn't play defense throughout all 4 quarters of the game. Obviously, Brooklyn has a team full of shooters, and the last thing you want to do is allow them to score easily and quickly, which we did. And they don't need the extra help because they can do it on their own. Mm-hmm. You also don't want to go ahead and give them, when you have a team full of shooters, you want to make it as uncomfortable for them to shoot as possible, especially people like Kyrie Irving, who's shooting 40 plus from the 3-point line this season. I mean, you just don't want to give them any extra cushion, any extra satisfaction, any extra help. But that does not negate the fact that this game came down to a call by a referee who did not do their job, period, point blank. For one, the play before that, if it takes you that long to figure it out if it's a foul or not, it's not a foul. Let me make it real simple for you. It's not a foul. Second of all, it is clear as day that Kyrie made contact with that basketball. So either you don't call a foul, you don't call anything, or you call a jump ball. That is basketball 101. That's not, a new rule that you could understand that maybe, they forgot it. That has been in the basketball books, the basketball code of conduct, if you will, from the beginning of time. This was a travesty. This was despicable. This was disgusting. This was atrocious, and I'm upset. It should not have come down to this, and the refs are on the books, and I'm calling it because that was absolutely zero excuse for that whatsoever. That call has been in the basketball book since the beginning of time.
And it was right in front of him. It was right in front of you. It was right in front of the refs. How do you miss that call, man? Yo, Julius was about to beat his ass. Julius was about to beat Scott Foster's ass. Worldwide West, who saves everybody. Remember, he saved Ron Artest at the mouths of the palace. He had to come get Julius up out of there, man, because Julius was going ballistic. It's tough. It's definitely tough, man. But as you said, Ash, they definitely didn't set a good tone defensively. I thought Julius was part of the issue. You had Jeff Green looking like Scottie Pippen out there. He had 14 first quarter points. And the thing is that Jeff Green killed us the first game that these two met at MSG. So, yes, Harden and Kyrie are going to get theirs, but you can't disrespect veterans like Jeff Green and some of the other ancillary pieces because they can still kill you. This is the best team in the league right now. Record be damned. This is the best team in the league right now, so you got to respect them. And so we didn't set that tone defensively. Listen, quickly, Kyrie's one of the top 3 point guards in the league. It was a tough matchup for Quickly. It's a tough matchup for anybody. Gave Quickly the business, and I thought that also affected Quickly on the other end because we just had no flow to our offense in the beginning. We badly missed Derrick Rose. We badly missed Peyton. We had no offense. We had no point guard out there to really get us going, and it was a lot of one-and-dones, a lot of selfish play, and we just couldn't keep up with that firepower. Our offense is just not in their league when it comes to shooting or things of that nature, and we just couldn't keep up. But it was a defense, which is our calling card, and the defense really buckled down in that second half. And like I say, it was Frank, man. We were looking to see if Frank was going to make his impact on this game, and he really did. First, it was him guarding Shamet in that second half, and then ultimately, trying to slow down Kyrie near the end. Frank would ultimately end up fouling out, but it was a good effort by him. Definitely good effort, bro.
What's frustrating about this, though, is that I hate games that come down to these weak calls like this.
Say it again.
If you're going to lose, I'd rather lose on your own accord. Right. I'd rather not lose because a ref doesn't do their job. And that's what's frustrating. And what's also frustrating is the refs in this game missed at least 4 calls on Frank. It's whatever. Move it on.
You got to respect him, man. Frank is come on, he's a defender. Let him play.
That's what I'm saying.
You move past he's not, it. What are you going to do? But when it comes down to the wire, when the game is on the line, you can't make the right call after missing 4 back to back to back to back. Not even, and then before that, it took you 5 minutes to review something that was clear as day that it wasn't a foul. Mm-hmm. And then you call this? Come on. If you can't ref, then don't be a ref. This is just not okay. If you can't do your job, then don't do it. I don't want to see a scouting report or a ref report, whatever you call it, the next day saying, oh, well, after review, we realized that it should have been a jump ball. I don't want to hear none of that.
Yeah,
you'll
hear that.
The first time. That. Like, what?
They'll resend that, and you'll hear that. We made a mistake and all. It was right in front of them. I mean, let me go back to this play. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Tough loss, but we in here heavy. Over 1,500 in the chat. Let's get those likes up. Let me know in the chat how you feeling, man. Throw an emoji in the chat. Let me know how you feeling right now. There might be some Nets fans in here, too, so might be some smiling faces. If there are any mods, let's get them up out of here. No, just kidding. Everybody can stay. But, I mean, it was right in front of him, man. Right in front of Scott Foster was looking right there. He was right there on the play and completely missed it. But, it just is what it is, man. Once again, though, it was a valiant effort. And one of the things, CK, that in terms of adjustments, when Tibbs went to the bench in the second quarter, he went full bench. He went Frank. He went Burks. He went Obi. He had Noel out there, he had Taj out there. He had Taj out there as well, and they got into a quick deficit. And one of the things you wanted to see him do was stagger the minutes between RJ and Julius. We've been asking for that for some time now, not just this game, but period, because sometimes you just can't afford it. With that second unit out there, you just can't afford not having either one of those guys out there to help shoulder the load offensively. He would end up doing that in the fourth. Julius logged a ton of minutes in this game, period, but in that fourth quarter, he had Julius out there, and then he benches Julius, puts RJ in. At that time, it's about, I think it's 103-94. RJ comes in there, Knicks going a 9-4 run. RJ takes over. They start running the offense through him. And that's what really turned the tides on this game, man. When RJ came in, started bully balling, getting to the lane, doing what he does best. That's what brought it back, man. In conjunction with Frank's defense, it was great. It was a great job by RJ, great job by Julius, great job by Frank, bro.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that first group of substitutions was definitely one of the ones that made no sense and we literally were seeing the other team do exactly what you just mentioned. You saw instantly James Harden came up in the first quarter, came right back in to begin the second quarter with the bench unit, and that's a similar thing that we needed to do.
Yeah.
And luckily we figured out in the second quarter or the second half, but sometimes it's a little too late because now we're playing catch up. Where when we were in the game to begin with, the first quarter we were keeping up with them. I mean, our defense was slacking a little bit, but at least we were making our shots. Quickly was making some good shots. Jules was making some good shots. We were in the game until that bench unit came out. So I guess we can give them credit for figuring it out in the second half. But when we, like you mentioned, when we're already down, 11, 12, 13 points at that time, and then we have to play catch up, and then we're making those kind of rotations, it's a little bit frustrating. But at the same time, all due respect, give it to, RJ having a good job. And Frank Ntilikina defensively, I'm glad we're giving him some attention there because it was very important. But I don't understand how we can watch Marcus Smart. We can watch Patrick Beverly. We got all these dudes because they allow defenders hack because Frank Ntilikina makes the slightest move and he gets a foul called all the time.
No respect.
All the time. And
No
I don't understand it. And people talk about, well, I mean, he's reaching too much. I'm like, well, I can show you footage of any of your favorite defenders doing the exact same thing. But because they say something, they don't get a foul call. I think that's whack. So I had a problem with that. And you mentioned it, about 4 fouls. There's a few of them that, a little over aggressive, but about 4 of those 6 fouls he had definitely were terrible, little prissy calls I was not a fan of.
Yeah.
But rotation in that first half was kind of weird, but we adjusted in the second half, and that's what it's about. And we fought back. Refs be damned. We fought back and we made the rotations like we were supposed to, the adjustments like we were supposed to.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little, one of my critiques of us early in this game was, yes, the shots were falling, were hanging in there, but you can't get into a shootout with a team that has shooters. You just can't, especially when you don't have them, which is why your defense is such an important aspect. And when you're a top defensive team like the Knicks are, it's such an important aspect of your team and your success because it's what keeps you in games. Eventually, you'll start getting into hot streaks throughout the game, which the Knicks did. Guys started warming up. They started getting the hot hand, things like that. But your defense is what keeps the game in front of you at a certain distance, enough to where it's attainable to try to catch up at some point. Obviously, it's always debilitating having to play from behind. It's just the way it is. Nobody likes to do it. But if you are going to do it, at least do it enough to where, your defense is keeping it somewhat attainable, not completely just letting it get away from you 100%. But again, this came down to obviously running out of time, not having the shooters, not being able to compete in that aspect. But this came down to the officiating. And I can't stand a terribly officiated game. I can't say that the Knicks played perfect because we didn't. But you put in this type of an effort to fight back, you're supposed to, at some aspect and some portion of the game, the refs are supposed to just let you play and make the right call. And they dropped the ball tonight. This is not what you do in the NBA. And I don't know what the deal with is in the officiating in this league, especially this season, but someone's got to figure something out because games should not be lost like this. That is unacceptable. It was right in front of you. Agreed. Now, if it happened on the other side of the court, listen, you can't make a call for what you can't see. But if it's right in front of you, you're supposed to make that call. Now, if it would have turned into anything, that I don't know. We don't know. We still could have lost the game. That's completely factual. We don't know how that outcome would have happened, but at least you would have made the right call and put us in the opportunity to either make that outcome for ourselves. And they didn't, and they screwed us. And that is what I have a problem with. And I'm not saying I would have let Julius Randle fight, but I definitely wouldn't have stopped him. I'm just saying.
But I mean, it's that same, emotion that made Julius go off. That's not really in his character. But again, when it's right in front of the referee and you fight so hard to come back, it's tough. Definitely tough to go out that way, but you know what? They like I said, they also had their chances out there on the perimeter, and they just couldn't knock it down. For the Nets, look, Kyrie was unstoppable. Harden was just facilitating with ease, and when they're at full strength and you have this team that has a superstar out there on the court at all times, they're going to be hard to stop, whether we were at full strength or not. But you just give them credit for fighting, and I don't know how much energy they're going to have tomorrow for Philly, but Hopefully they bounce back. Hopefully they bounce back. We got 2,300 people in chat right now. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP, Ashley, Maul, CK2K in here. This is Post Game Live, the number one show for the fans by the fans, presented by Manscaped.
And speaking of Philly, now that you brought that up, the Knicks need to not let this sit. Yeah. This happened. It sucks. It shouldn't have happened this way. There's a chance you could have won this game. There's a chance you could have go ahead and had bragging rights. Everyone thought that we weren't going to be able to hang tough. We did hang tough. We showed that, listen, Brooklyn's not as scary as you think they are. Okay, you put a little defense on them and they're shaking. They're not as tough as you think they are, media. Okay, they're not the NBA champions you think they are, media. Okay,
well, look, we got heart, man.
They're not that tough. Put some respect on New York.
We got heart.
The real New York. The Knicks have heart. It's not the same Knicks team from last season, the season before that. Yeah. The New York Reds are here.
We got heart.
You can't let this sit. You got to go into Philly with a clear mind. Whatever happened in the past happens. You got to move forward. You cannot afford to let this just harbor on you. You got to keep it moving. Keep pushing
forward. Except for Julius Randle. I want Julius Randle to go out in Philly with all that rage. He ended this game with
dominate Dwight Howard out there.
I want him to take it all out on the Philadelphia 76ers. I want Julius to go off. I want him to remember that missed call. But yeah, but you're right. I don't dwell on the loss. I'm 100% with that. But Julius, go ahead. Let Philly have it. Go give it to Ben Simmons. Yeah.
Before I get to the phones, let me salute some of the super chats that came in. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. My guy Larry Israel said it wasn't even a jump ball with Harris. It was a steal. Christoph sends us a super chat. He says 80% of the calls tonight went against the Knicks. Can't even beat that, CP. Flavor Phrase says Taj and Noel got us 4 points and 9 rebounds. No wonder Leon and Tibbs are looking at Drummond. I'm going to talk about that in a little while. New York Sports Guy says either RJ or Randall needs to be here on the floor at all times. That's what I was saying about staggering the lineups. Second unit is lacking, and it gives RJ a chance to run the offense through him. Definitely agree on that, and I'm going to talk about one of my observations with that second unit in a second as well. Young Simba says, can't be mad at the Knicks' terrible call to end it, but the Knicks never stop fighting. Paul Robinson says, Ashley, I feel you, you're right, but refs always miss calls at the end of the game, and the refs are trash this year. We need to make shots. Yeah, man. All right, to the phones we go. Brian from New Jersey. Brian, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. We got a new phone system, bro. We could always hear you, bro. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I know. I do that every time, make sure.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm going to be honest, y'all. This game is very frustrating, especially the refs. But I don't want to dwell on that too much. If anything, Burks and Bullock, man, they build a brick house and you have to hit clutch shots at the same time.
Especially second half, especially second half Bullock. Because in the beginning, and it always happens with Bullock. In the beginning, he was lights out. He had 19 points, 7 to 12, 5 to 10 from downtown.
First quarter.
Yeah, he hit 4 threes in the first. Bullock always starts off hot, but tapers off, man. He's never around in the second half. Fourth quarter, then he gets the Noel hands. He always loses the ball. And then, yeah, it was, like I said, we had our chances. We just didn't get it. But go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, last thing, Rose is missing, so that's a big thing. They didn't need to announce he has COVID, man. Clearly he has COVID. He's been out. Hope everything's best with him. But one thing the Knicks need in this upcoming trade line, I think we need to trade for JJ Redick. They clearly, that second quarter when the Brooklyn Nets started building a lead up to 18, their offense is so stagnant. Nobody could hit a shot. I know it was terrible and quickly started missing free throws. They just need to trade for a person who can actually give you a bucket when you need it. And Rose, I know Rose is that guy, but you need a consistent guy who can actually hit the three, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It's tough. I mean, that's just where this offense is. You know, they are still in the middle of the pack in terms of 3-point percentage, but they're still at the bottom in terms of attempts and makes. You know, similar to last year. And again, you're looking at Bullock, you're looking at Burks. IQ obviously had a tough assignment. He had to play the one. He had to guard Kyrie. It was a tough night for him. You know, it's a tough night for IQ. Still finished with 21 points, 4 of 12 from downtown, 6 of 19 overall. So it was a learning experience for IQ, man. Kyrie was just unstoppable, absolutely unstoppable. And when we went on that run in the fourth, as soon as Kyrie comes in, I think he scored like maybe 4 straight points and started pushing that lead back up. So it's tough. Tough.
I also don't think that D Rose is in COVID protocol.
No, they said D Rose. They said his friend passed away, so he is in COVID protocol because he's been away. But they said he had a death in the family, or his friend passed away.
Yeah, they're connected.
And so, so hopefully he comes back soon. Frankie from Queens, what's going on, bro?
Hello?
Yo, loud and clear, bro. Gab.
So, shout out to Frank for his defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. First of all, CP, Ash, DK2K, what's up to y'all? Glad y'all here for the nation. Shout out to Frank's defense, but if he gives us anything offensively tonight, we win this game. Randall, I was going to say if Randall or Barrett have an average game today, we win. Randall ended up having an average game for us. Barrett, unfortunately, had a below average game.
Okay.
And the defense the defense for the first 3 quarters was also below average.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And appreciate the call, man. I think they started off slow. RJ started off slow. Julius took him a little while to get it going. I think the thing that started us off well was Bullock. You know, it was really Bullock that set the tone early. Julius still finished with 33, 12, and 6. Still a good game. RJ, again, hot second half, 23, 6, and 4. So, you know, it was a belated attempt, but they were still in it to win it when it mattered. So, good effort by them still. Daryl from Washington Heights, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's up, CP? What's up, CK? Ash?
What's going on?
Pertaining to what the last caller mentioned about Barrett, Barrett did have a good game. The thing is, he got a lot of those points on free throws because they kept
10 for
fouling.
10.
10 for 10.
10 for 10.
I was going to say.
Exactly. But what I wanted to talk about is, you know how sports are. You know how the game is when it comes to teams like, the Nets, and you playing the Knicks. This is big time. This is big money. Like what she said, the refs, they took the game into their own hands, and they were playing around when Kyrie was having issues with Frank guarding him. So let's get the best defensive player off of the star player so we could try to even out the game. They were playing God right there. And the only way we could have won that game is by making our shots that we didn't make. So it was like, at that point, it was us against them. That we just had to sit there and make our shots.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are shorthanded, man. The game could have been a little bit different if Rose was around. We still don't have Mitchell. It's not. We got a lot of factors, and we still held them.
Still held them down
to those points.
True,
so
true indeed, man. Appreciate the call. Even Dame Dollars commented on this thing, man. He said Kyrie blocked Julius' shot attempt. Why did Scott Foster blow his whistle and give the Nets the ball? Dame was tight about it. Salute to Dame Dollars.
It's a travesty, and it's, you know what, and also I'm gonna go on the record and saying all the Nets fans in this chat are gonna come at me crazy, but that's okay. It is embarrassing, okay, that the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, are getting home calls. You guys aren't even really home. New York is our home, and you're getting home calls to help
Tell
you
them why
win
you
against
mad,
the
Ash.
real home team.
Tell them why you mad.
You guys
Tell
should be
them why you
embarrassed.
mad.
You should be embarrassed. Everyone in the chat who are Nets fans should be embarrassed. All the TikTokers in Barclays Center should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you guys that you have to resort to such low down, obvious
schemes,
home calls to help you win against a real team in New York to make you feel better about yourself. You should be embarrassed. It is a travesty and I feel sorry for you.
Actually, it's so unfortunate that they can't hear you because there's only 2 of the 5 in this chat right now because we got 2 dislikes, and I'm assuming those are only 2 Nets fans.
They in here heavy, man. The Nets fans are definitely I'm sure.
Well, I can't hear them, so.
Yeah, Nets fans are in here heavy. I know that. I'm sure Evan Roberts, WFN, is in here watching as well, man. So
the words of Jay-Z, like jocking, like y'all jocking Jay-Z. You guys are jocking the Knicks. It's embarrassing.
Salute some more super chats that came in. Young Simba says, can't be mad at the Knicks. Terrible call to end it, but the Knicks never stop fighting. Maxwell Walter, appreciate the super chat. Michael Parker, referees like these makes it hard to argue that the NBA games aren't fixed. I'm very pleased with the overall effort during the comeback attempt. Christoph says, let me speak for the chat. We are vexed. Charlie Correa, what up, Charlie? Yo, Charlie, your hat's coming, man. Your hat's on the way. Great effort by the Knicks. He says, Nets needed the refs today. Also disappointed in Bobby Shmurda. Yeah, they said Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel had the Brooklyn jerseys on. I really don't care, honestly. But
I do love me some Bobby Shmurda. Welcome home, Bobby.
Yeah, whatever, man. BK from Maryland, what's going on, bro?
CP, CK, Ash. Funny, when I tweeted to you, CP, I told you the calls was going to be epic tonight.
Yeah.
Just
you got a lot in the queue, man.
Based on what was happening. Yeah, and only thing I really wanted to touch on is we got to figure out the bench. Jules doesn't get no blow. I think this whole G League thing with Obi, he got to go down. He got to go down there because this playoff stretch basketball, and he's not ready.
Well, G League is over, but I will say this, though. G League is over. But I'll say this. The thing with Obi, I think he's still playing due to politics. And if Tibbs always talks about winning and putting players in positions to win, Obi's not really playable right now. If you're going to sit him there and stick him in the corner to shoot airball threes, you might as well put Kevin Knox back in the game. I'm just going to keep it real. It's nothing against Obi. He's struggling. We all understand that. But if we're talking about trying to win games and give ourselves a chance to win in the playoffs, put Kevin Knox in. What's the point of having Obi stand in the corner? That's not his game. I've been saying this since the preseason, since it started. The way they're not playing him to his strengths right now. At all. No. Also, he is lost. Let's just be real. Right? Let's just be real for a second. Put Kevin Knox in the game. Kev needs Obi's
give him a
right?
shot. Cause shooting
right. But I just don't know if they're going to bench him. And G League is over, so that's not even an option.
Like you said, politics is the biggest part because I don't know if they can bench him.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to bench him. He's their pick. They're not going to bench him.
Yep.
Appreciate the call, man. But I think
they would have put him in the G League, like I said months ago. Maybe he'd be playing better right now when we really needed the extra help. But nobody listens to me. What do I know?
Zaheem from BK, what's good, bro?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm a big Knicks fan. I just feel like basically what you just said. I just feel like why didn't you just pick Kevin Knox in the game? You feel like because he looked lost out there all the time. Like, I feel bad for him because I feel like we don't have a point guard to really give him the ball in his right spot.
Yeah,
just my feeling. I just feel like Tom Thibodeau is stubborn. I feel like he's so stubborn sometimes. I don't know. It was a good game though. Like they fought hard and they shocked the shit out of me. I was there like, oh shit, they came back.
Yeah, hey, shocked me too, man. Because, they were down by as much as 18. So, and again, the way Harden and Kyrie were cooking and Jeff Green, Harris was giving us the business. It was tough, man. But they definitely showed heart. And they definitely showed heart in the end. CK, you sound like you was about to say something, bro.
I'm maybe this is just my optimism taking over, but it didn't shock me because the Nets they weren't really putting the foot on the gas. They were coasting and we were missing shots. So it's like, yeah, they were up by 18, but even when they had that little bit of a run and we saw James Harden and Kyrie go to the bench and then we had the run that we had, they were coasting. I think even James Harden even said that post game how they had opportunities to take us on. They really did. And they didn't take advantage of it. And that's the reason why, outside of the fact that there's no defense on the team, that's the reason why I don't feel like they're going to really go too far because they just going out there playing like it's the Globetrotters. And it's like, we can score, so we're going to show that we can score. But they ain't really trying to kill nobody, So I wasn't really surprised because I was, like we talked about not too long ago, rotations got better. We made the adjustments and we started making our shots. That's all it took for us is to stop them and for us to make our shots. So I wasn't surprised, and I ain't going to give the Nets that kind of credit because they should have took advantage and they did not. I ain't going to give them that credit.
So
and it's one of the critiques I've always had of the Nets, and I'm going to continue to critique them. Their game is basically this. They're going to try to outshoot you as much as possible before the clock runs out and hope that when the clock reads 0, that the points are in their favor. They play no defense. You put any type of pressure on them, you're able to lock them up to a degree and make it a game. You saw it in the Milwaukee game. You saw it in this game against the Knicks. You've seen it in many different situations when they play a team that plays any type of defense. The Knicks beat themselves 50% and the refs handled the rest tonight because Brooklyn had the Knicks made the shots that we missed, because again, those shots start to add up when you look at that final score and by how much you actually lost by. Now you start thinking, wow, I could have hit that jump shot. That would have been an easy 2 points, and then we would have been things start adding up as the game moves on, and when you finally see that final box score. But also, had the Brooklyn Nets refs did not help their team win this game, the Knicks easily could have pulled this one out because we were right there. Yeah. We were right there.
Gotta knock down any shots, man. Gotta knock down those shots.
Half of it was us, half of it was them. Simple as that. Brooklyn did not beat us tonight.
Tibbs on the travel call. He says, I thought it was a tough call. I thought we had a lot of tough calls down the stretch, a.k.a. Frank. A.k.a. Frank. All right? So that was Tibbs basically, protesting without losing some cash. You know what I'm saying? Criticizing without losing some cash. Yeah, man. Back to the phones we go. Papa Left, what's going on, bro?
Yo, CP, Ash, with the quote of the night, if you can't do your job, don't do it. And TK, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, man, I got to say this about these supposed alleged Nets fans. I'm not going to speak too ill of my circle, but I know more people who are upstate right now doing time than I know living, breathing Nets fans. So I just don't know the validity of their existence. And that's a fact, by the way. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, in my experience.
Damn.
Oh, they're up north. They're living more of a valid human existence than Nets fans. I ran into a bartender the other day while watching the Knicks Thunder game, and he said, "Well, I'm a Nets fan," and I said, "Oh, like he was 22," and he's like, "Yeah, back in the day when they had Kerry Kittles when they were the New Jersey Nets."
Oh,
he was with the Kerry. He was Kerry Kittles high.
And this is it. But this is it. This is who they are. Like, it's across the board. It's a universal reaction. Yeah. So if there's Nets fans in the chat, they're bots, and I'm glad for you with the algorithm. But shout out to all the Knicks fans today. To my point on the game, I have one major point. I don't want to take too much time. Mm-hmm. We had 5 opportunities to make this a single possession game, and the shots went to Frank Ntilikina, Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks, Emmanuel Quickly, and then back to Burks again.
Yeah. What's your best three-point shooters on the team?
Me and you talk about this all the time. We really miss that we can talk about Bradley Beal and we could talk about maybe DeMar DeRozan, but even with this roster, we really miss a floor general, a Chris Paul type, maybe a Kyle Lowry type, where it's like, just get the ball. We had James Harden covering Julius Randle. That's a joke. Yes, and we had R.J. Barrett finding the angles. Kyrie Irving wanted no part of R.J. Barrett late in that game.
Facts.
And salute to Frank, and salute to you guys. Just wanted to check in. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. Like you said, we had our chances. Definitely missed our floor generals tonight. Again, want to see Rose back in this lineup with these guys, and we'll see where it goes from there, man. We'll definitely see where it goes from there. A couple more super chats I want to shout out. Salute to Star Through Hoops. He says, tonight shows you the difference between an all-star and superstars. Irvin and Harden got saved by the refs down the stretch. We still have to hit those open shots, but tough to overcome. Alan Berman says, salute, bad fouls on Frank, and the late game BS doomed us. Need to bounce back and bully Philly in the paint with Embiid out. Yeah, hopefully, man. Richard Romanoff says, refs sucked. Diehard Knicks fan, Randall last call BS. Rare Edition, $20 super chat. He says, Knicks played a masterful 5 minutes to end the game. Knicks will learn from this. Even Tibbs told Randall to D up and focus after the missed call. Play like that for the full 48. Nothing to hang your head about. Hashtag all 72. I was tight, man. We had Jeff Green looking like Scottie Pippen out there, man. What was going on? Was anybody reading the scouting report, Ash? He killed us in the first game.
Unfortunately, that was our boy Julius.
That was Julius. Let's be real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Julius coming off the All-Star thought he could disrespect Jeff Green. Yeah. Jeff Green is still a pro, man. Yeah. Can't give him that type of time. And like I said, he killed us the last game. So, You got to get up on him. Charlie back again says Nets fans wear ankle socks to ball. Charlie coming in with the
can't be trusted. Hoopers, no, you cannot trust
the
ankle socks. Salute to Charlie, man.
I don't care how great or how pretty their shot looks. I cannot trust someone with ankle socks on the court, bro. I can't do it.
Ankle socks.
Salute to Charlie, man. Salute to Charlie. Let's go to Dan from Long Island. Dan, how you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just super frustrating with the reffing. I don't get from the NBA standpoint that position of the game, like it's that important of a call. I understand we used our challenge already, but how are we not able to go to replay, or how do you not give a team a second challenge after they get their challenge right? Like, how do you?
Yeah, that I agree with. That has to be implemented like football. You got to be able to get an additional challenge after you win. What's the point? You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like you can't use it until maybe later in the game, or you have to be very strategic in how you use it. But you should be able to get another one if you get one right.
Correct.
Nah, 100%. And shout out to Thibs for saving it for that time, because if we don't have it at that time, it's another bad call. So, that's super frustrating. But, second thing, man, just for Obi, man, he, like you said, he looks totally unplayable. I mean, he comes in for 4 minutes, we're down 5, and then it just balloons to 17. And, he gets the quick hook from Thibs and just goes right back to the bench. So it's like, at this point, you can't even play him. The only defense he played all night was keeping away from the ref at the end of the game. Like,
yeah,
it's unbelievable. But and then just one last thing is, with Brooklyn, if I'm them right now, I don't want to face us in the playoffs. They lose their home court if they play us. Even Harden after the game said he heard a ton of Knicks fans in the crowd.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
They lose their home court. Yeah, he even admitted it. So I think for them, if anything, playing us in the first round, not only the pressure of, they better beat the Knicks with everything, all the star power they have, but, on top of it, that they don't have home court if they're playing us. So.
Yeah. All right.
Facts.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
That's it.
Harden thought he was going to a team with an actual fan base.
Yeah, right. He said, "Oh boy, there was a lot of Knicks fans in there. I saw Spike Lee in the front row."
Done your Googles there, Harden.
I saw Spike Lee in the front.
In New York.
He's surprised to see Spike. Oh man, well, welcome to New York, man. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Jordan Bub in the chat says, "CP, Max will use this game to say the Nets are a superior team in New York. Sweeping Kellerman. I'm still going for the sweep. I'm still going for it. You know what I mean? I'll walk into the fire. It don't matter. I know he's going to use this game as ammo. At least we didn't get washed. But it is what it is. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. We're on different trajectories. The Knicks are a rebuilding team, playing with house money. Nets have championship aspirations. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to try to come at me with that. But you know what I mean? I'm going to duck out the double teams like I always do. You know what I'm saying? CK, he tries to box me in these little, twisting takes. But I don't fall for that, Kelvin. You know what I mean? He's got to come with something stronger, bro.
I need an answer on this KP take. That's all I'm saying.
We're opening with that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're opening with that. He's been dodging the KP takes for too long.
Too long.
No more blame Dolan stuff. We've been doing that for 2 episodes, man. No more blame Dolan. Yeah, man. CP versus Kelman 4 going down tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. ESPN Plus, XM70, ESPN Radio, National, ESPN Radio New York as well, man. So, and also I have the replay up on KnicksFanTV some point later on. So definitely tune in. And yeah, man, light work. Let's go to my guy Triple M, aka Tequila Tito. How you feeling tonight, bro? How you feeling, man?
You know
what I mean?
Shout out everybody uptown. We had Los Knicks on the warm-up. You gotta have the Hispanic fire. You feel me? Knicks with the Enfuego game. CT, Ashley, CT, what's going on? LOK, like I said.
Of course,
Yo,
bro.
CT, man, this is the type of game, prime time. This is the type of game we folded. Everybody's upset with the foul, stuff like that. Obviously, the jump ball. Obviously, that was very upsetting. Cops came up, had to be like, damn, Knicks playing, because I was wild. But, we gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter to the Nets, who had all these 2 stars. We have Reggie Bullock playing 42 minutes. I'm sorry, we're not going to win like that. We're still looking for that guy. I'm just super, super pumped with this team right now. We show grit. We show fire. Yo, That's all I want, CC. That's all I want. Shout out to y'all. Y'all got this chat up to 1,000 likes. Feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out. Holla.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get those thumbs up. How many likes we got, Ash? How many likes we got right now?
Okay, guys, listen.
Let's go. Sort them out, man.
I'm in a bad mood, sorta. But what will make me feel a lot better is we hit that thumbs up button because there's 2,400 of us
24 in the chat. Let's go.
2,400 and there's only 947 likes. I'm not liking that. I've already had a tough night. So please hit that thumbs up button for me. Make me feel happy. Put a smile on my face. Because when I'm happy, we're all happy.
Let's do it. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get those likes up. CP Ashley Moore, CK2K. This is Knicks Post Game Live, #1 show for the fans, by the fans, presented by Manscaped. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll definitely shout you guys out. And yeah, tough loss, but as Triple M said, it was a good effort, man. Definitely a good effort. That's all you can really ask for, especially against a team like this. So, Angel, talk to me, man. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, CP, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Hey, Ashley. Hey, CK2K. What's good, y'all?
What's up, bro?
I'll be honest, man. I am pissed off, bro. It was like the Knicks versus the Eastern All-Stars versus the Tim Donahue spot, bro. I mean, bro, like, like it was just crazy, bro. You had Kyrie falling and they were calling a foul on Frank. I'm like, bro, like let us play. I just think the referees, they just got too much impact on the game. They got to let us play. Now, you know, as far as the game, obviously we fought hard. You know, I'm just happy that, you know, we were in the game but we got to do something about the shooting because, you know, when the bench came in, you know, obviously we were down 17 real fast. And, you know, that's where the shooting comes in because we got to keep up with Brooklyn because these boys can score, you know, and I thought, you know, with Rose being out, that hurt us. But I also thought it really would have helped if you would have had Mitch in the game because, you know, they scored almost 60 points in the paint, and they were shooting almost 70% in the first half. So, you know, we got to tighten up a little bit on the defense. And, you know, I don't understand how, you know, if you win a challenge, why don't we get a chance to get another challenge, you know, because that last call was just BS, bro, you know, and I'm tight, but you know what? It's on the Philly, bro. And, you know, we're going to see how it goes. And I wouldn't mind if Randall did a Sprewell and choked that referee, man. It was just crazy, bro. The referees were crazy.
Yeah, it's
but,
tough.
You know, hit that thumbs up for y'all boys, man. And love the show. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for taking my call, bro.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
Always, man. Appreciate you, Angel. Appreciate it. Go ahead,
I
Ash.
know that Randall's teammates did let him go at homeboy because they knew, listen, Philly's up next. We need the general on the floor. But look, had we been playing a team like the Pistons next game, let Randall loose.
I'm saying, yeah, that's facts.
You're lucky we had to play Philly. We have to play Philly tomorrow. Yeah. We need the floor general. We need our all-star. We need our captain.
We need the
win.
If
we were playing any other team, if we were playing the Pistons, if we were playing the Cavs, if we were playing the Timberwolves, let Randall loose, okay? Yeah. I'll go ahead and take my chances without Randall in that game because he needed to prove his point.
It's tough, man. It's tough. He was clearly frustrated and rightfully so, man.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
The betterment of the team.
Yeah.
Why did you have to be tomorrow?
Let's salute some people in the chat. Yeah, I want to shout out DK Fix. He's team #new. Salute to DK Fix. Nasir Robinson says we did get to 1,000 likes, so let's continue to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. Let's go. Ruel Wilson, what's going on? How you feeling? Edward Canal says KnicksFanTV's in here. All right. Okay. Salute to all the Simps in here. Who else we got? Team #new. Let me see. Ruben Wilson, appreciate it. Jacob Fish Bean, team #new. How you feeling? My boy Sean Boy 72 Able, big up Jamaica. Everybody in Jamaica for sure.
Hey.
Ash, who you want to shout out?
Shout out to Michael Maldonado saying Ashley for KnicksFanTV captain. I gladly accept. Shout out to Keaton Anderson asking for a shout out. There's your shout out, sir. Shout out to just everybody rocking with us. I know it sucks coming in and trying to stay positive after a win, especially a loss, rather, especially a loss that did not have to be a loss. Shout out to all the Knicks fans in the chat. The Nets fans, you guys are clearly lost, but that's okay. And just shout out to all of Knicks Nation hanging out with us. Chuck D, I know he's in the chat somewhere.
Yeah, he was in here earlier. The Rhyme Animal was in here earlier. I haven't seen him lately, but he was definitely in here during the game. So he was chopping it up in the mosh pit. CK, who you want to shout out, bro?
So my boy A.O. Powell was good. Shout out to
good,
you,
man.
Jalen
West
Julius.
Coast Knicks squad in the building.
Yes, sir. Jalen Julius, I see you too. And yeah, shout out to all the Nets fans that made the way over to a Knicks post-game show. Appreciate your Nets fandom over here. You know what it is. But yeah, man. And also shout out to all the optimism in the chat. I need it because coming into this, I was not in a good mood.
I was
but
tight,
seeing
bro.
y'all, you're right. You know what I'm saying?
I was tight.
Tough loss. Pissed off about it still, but you're right. On to the next one. We fought back, and I'm proud about that too. Shout out to optimism.
When RJ came in, I was turned up, bro. I was turned up, because I knew it. Like when they subbed in RJ for Julius, I was like, boom, let's go.
It's happening.
Running the offense through RJ. It's happening. Bully ball time. Let's get it. And that was a big moment for him, bro, because he wanted that moment. He said it earlier this week or last week that, he wants to be the guy that Tibbs can trust in those late game situations, in those clutch situations. He wants to be that guy. And I was vexed because once they brought Julius back in with RJ out there, they went like 3 straight possessions without giving them the ball.
Didn't touch the ball.
He didn't touch the ball.
Yep.
And I'm just like, give this kid the ball, man. He's making it happen right now. So that was tough to see, but it was encouraging to see him just out there willing his team, man, and just trying to get that W for us. That was a big stretch in the fourth.
Everyone in the chat, make sure you guys put PE in the chat because Chuck D is still in here.
Oh, Chuck is in here. Yeah. Throw a hashtag PE in the chat to salute Chuck D and Public Enemy for sure. I threw a tweet up earlier. Lloyd Banks, another fan of the show, he had a picture of Scott Foster. Up on Twitter. Because after every win, he throws a hashtag NYK Banks. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we know how he was feeling.
Did not beat the Nets, unfortunately, but on the plus, I don't have to do the Manscaped read.
Yeah, that's a fact. If we would have won, we would have done it, man.
If the Knicks won, I had to do the Manscaped read. And they didn't.
Oh, it was just tonight. I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Got it.
Yeah, now we're gonna split the duties, man. We're gonna split the duties. But as you guys know, man, definitely go to manscaped.com, enter promo code Knicks for 20% off your total purchase plus free shipping. So it's a great deal. That's a shortcut version, Ash. We'll do the longer ones.
Don't let the wind deter you from your grooming habits, guys.
Facts.
Don't get that sad.
Right.
Yeah. Get right.
There's always tomorrow.
Definitely get right, man. Salute to Bad BLK, man. Hashtag new from Maryland. We got Hans Gamer checking in from Switzerland. Time is in Switzerland right now. I gotta be like 6 a.m. So good morning to everybody in the UK, in the European Union. Salute to everybody. Salute to all our Australians as well. Definitely appreciate it. D Knight says hashtag Manscaped. We didn't even ask for it. He's already going along.
Look at him,
He's
man.
already
That's
a company man.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Itself, bro. It sells itself.
Salute to D Dice helping us with the promos. Is Lord 372 hashtag new as well, man. So salute to y'all. All right, let's get back to the phone. Take a couple more calls. Let's go to I had my guy up here. Let's go Harlem World Uptown. Mosul, what's going on, bro?
That's me. Ain't I don't mean to curse, but shout out to the team. 2 thumbs up for the team. I just want to say, long time, first time, big support. We lost. It's tough, but I just want to give y'all niggas a shout out. Shout out to y'all. That's it. I'm out of here.
That's it. Simple and plain, man. My guy Mosul, he didn't even want to talk about the game. He just wanted to shout out KnicksFanTV.
Respect.
That's love, man. Salute to Mosul. He copped a snapback too, man. I appreciate it. I
love it.
Yeah, he threw it up on Twitter earlier this weekend. He definitely copped his KnicksFanTV snapback, so definitely appreciate that. Salute Ty Boogie in the chat, checking in from ATL. Everybody down in ATL, man. Salute to y'all as well. Keith Sinclair says hashtag no Manscaped testimonials. Very important. Very important.
Keep that to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if you're happy with the product, just hit a thumbs up. That's all you
that's
gotta
it.
do. That's all you gotta do.
Just hit a thumbs up, man.
That's all you gotta do.
photos, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Much
That's
as I
it, man.
appreciate them, I do not need them. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh man, Almar from Jersey, what's going on? Almar, how you feeling?
I'm doing fine. Guys, you need to chill with promoting violence on behalf of the Knicks. We are not there yet with the national media. We are going to get flamed until I'm like old and gray. We can't do that.
Wait, who's
can't do it?
Fine.
Me and CK will go keep promoting violence.
Yeah, he's
let
right.
Randall go crazy.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
All right.
Fine.
Anyway, okay, shout out to the Discord fam. Please join the Discord.
Yeah, salute to everybody on the Discord, man. TM, please
question-
throw the link up to the Discord as well. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
My question is only for the short term, for like the rest of the season, not after the season. Where do we go with Obi Toppin and Kevin Knox? That's it.
Well, Kev still has one more year after this, CK. So unless he's in a trade, he'll be back. But Obi's going to be the trickier one to me. The trickier one to me because, like I said, I don't see, you still haven't seen enough time with him and Randall out there on the court. He's not a complementary piece to what Randall, he's a redundant piece. And right now, I think the way that they play this offense, the way they run the offense is not conducive to his skill sets. He's a guy that has to be out there running and gunning, fast pace, up tempo, out on the leak outs, get him out on the leak outs. Hopefully you get him in some pick and roll, pick and pop situations. We still haven't seen it. But the way that they use him right now, throwing him in that corner in Kev's spot, to me, just put Kev out there and let him play, honestly. And
I'm so glad you said that too earlier on the show because 100% I could not agree more. And I like Obi. I'm really rooting for him. It wasn't my first choice in the draft, but I'm glad we got the talent. Well, what we thought with the talent we were getting in with the 8th pick. But you're right. We're putting the wrong player in the spots. Like everywhere he's at is where Kevin Knox would probably be making those shots. He's in the corners. He's at the top. Like, you're right. I couldn't agree more. I understand, the defensive lapses or whatever we want to talk about here, but at least we know with a wide open corner shot that we saw from Obi, we know that was something that was going down from Kev because at least in the garbage time he's played in the last few games, he's making that shot, So it just, but like you said, politics. We know that there's going to be some kind of article or some kind of noise being made about the Knicks now benching their 8th overall pick. And now we don't know how to develop. We don't know how to do this. We don't know how to do that. So, yeah, I'm sure that it's a lot that's going into, having to play him over other players. But, yeah, I think Obi Toppin's going to be the bigger question mark than Kevin Knox because I think, Kevin Knox might be a part of some trades or whatever else that's coming. But we just drafted Obi. Julius is only getting better, and he's in front of him. I have no answer, but I think Obi's going to be the bigger question mark than Kevin Knox.
Yeah. Ash, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I don't think you can expect any movement with Obi this season. I think that
I think it's a lost season for him.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate season for so many different reasons, and a lot of those reasons are out of his control, unfortunately. It's hindered his typical trajectory in a rookie year. Not having training camp, practices being weird, things like that, not having the summer league. It's a lot of things that were kind of stacked against him. I think you can't really make the call on Obi until next season when everything is back to normal and you have a traditional summer league and you have a traditional training camp and you have traditional practices. Then you can either make the decision, rather on whether or not Obi is a quote unquote bust. Because then you would give him the opportunity to flourish like most rookies have the opportunity to do so. Now he would no longer be a rookie. He'd be going to his sophomore year, but he would still be able to go ahead and get the opportunity to kind of maneuver the way so many before him and after him will get to do so. This was just a freak year out of the ordinary. So I'm still holding out hope for Obi. I can't make a decision on him until next season. I think that's fair for everyone to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that.
Agreed. Let's move on to the next topic real quick, and that is earlier today, Shams of The Athletic has said that the Knicks will be interested in Andre Drummond as a potential buyout candidate, and not only that, CK and Ash, that they would be interested in potentially a multi-year extension Andre Drummond on the Cavs, averaging 17.5 points, 13.5 rebounds. Currently, basically waiting to be dealt or to be bought out by the team. They basically put him on the shelf until they figure out a destination for him. What else is new? We've seen this with Blake Griffin and a number of other players awaiting buyouts this year. And obviously, as they say, the Lakers and the Nets are still the favorites as buyout candidates. But Sham's saying the Knicks are interested in the Mount Vernon product and a potential multi-year deal, man. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? Andre Drummond.
Riddle me this. I need answers. So I need answers. Okay.
It depends on what that multi-deal is looking like.
And also, what about our other center?
How much is that gonna cost?
Right. And we ain't got another center we gotta pay, or are we finally flipping them? Like, what's going on? What about Mitchell Robinson? He just vanished in the thin. I know we're thin at the big man position, but he hurt. He didn't get Thanos. There's no snap. He's still on the team. So what we get Andre Drummond. Great. He's gonna be a great help for us. Rebounds. Go ahead, do your thing, chat. But at the same time, we extend him. We put him on contract. Does that mean we're done with Mitchell Robinson without flipping him? We just let him walk. What's the deal? Mitchell Robinson then becomes the backup. That's the biggest question for me. I can't even think about the talent of Andre Drummond until that question is answered, because I still feel like we don't even know what's going on with Mitchell Robinson. So I haven't even thought about what he could do for this team past the fact of Mitchell Robinson. I just don't understand how all that works. Unless he's the backup and we all agree with that, then okay. But then why didn't I don't know. To me, I just feel like it's such a messy, crazy situation that then add him onto.
You think Mitch is as good as Andre?
No,
no, I wouldn't say that.
No.
Okay, so
defensively, I think Mitch is better. But go ahead, finish your point, CK. Go ahead.
No, but just to answer your question, but then at this point, then what's the point of then because what Mitch is almost done his last. Technically his last year is next year. Then are we just gonna if we sign him? If we're talking about signing him long term, are we flipping Mitch then, or are we planning on keeping both? Mitchell Robinson is gonna be in his feelings about that, and then we're not gonna get a good product of Mitchell Robinson in the first place. He's still a young dude, and he's shown that that's just been his temperament when he's been on the Knicks. Nothing against the dude, but I just don't think I don't know. I don't think he would feel right about playing back him, and it's gonna be a whole trade scenario. It's gonna be a whole thing. I just feel like there's too much that's going to be going on behind the scenes, and that can mess us up chemistry wise. Yeah. So unless we're planning to flip him, then okay, then do it. Right. But I don't know.
It's a confusing one, man. It's definitely confusing. Supposedly they only want a second round pick or so for him. I don't believe that. He's making $28 million, so it's not an easy trade.
Round pick for who? Andre Drummond?
Yeah, so that's what I read. That's what I saw. A report on Twitter. I don't believe that.
Give him to me right now.
Yeah, well, of course, if that's the price, I would take him. But
so
you gotta have the cap space for that. I think that ideally people are just waiting for him to get bought out so that they could sign him to the vet minimum.
So, Ash, you just trading Mitch away? What you doing? Well, you keeping both? You think everything will be all right?
Mitch is under contract next season, though.
Yeah, Mitch has about 2 more years. How much? One. I think they have a team option for next season.
Yeah, just next season.
Yeah,
so
for nothing.
That's not a decision you would have to make right away. So, I mean, it's the opportunity. It's one of those things where basically you have 2 people of the same position, essentially, see who plays better, and that's the one you keep. I mean, I guess that would be the way to do it, but I'm trying to look at it in terms of the long game. Does Andre Drummond make us better in where we need to be better?
No, to me, no.
Our issue. Defense is not our issue.
Defense is not necessarily our issue. Rebounding, depending on the nights.
And that's where you would help.
Yeah, he would definitely help, no doubt. And he would definitely help. But I think where he doesn't help is being a floor spacer for RJ and Julius, which is what we've been needing, which is why we also asked for Tibbs to stagger the lineups to give these guys room. Look what RJ did tonight.
Yeah.
This is why we're asking to get him some more space. So
yeah. Drummond would definitely crowd the floor.
Yeah. He's not a great finisher at the rim.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. Don't get me wrong.
Right, that's what I'm saying. People take it that way. Right, exactly. I'm not saying that at all. Like, we know we're gonna get
it's just the overall fit with this team. I mean, listen, if they're able to get him for a buyout or Well, for the $28 million, you got to make the salary cap work. You got to make the salaries work, even though Knicks have about 18 left. But let's say they buy him out and they bring him in for a short term. Okay, fine. But to say that you're just gonna, extend him multi-years, no, I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah,
do that.
it would be one of those situations where if you can go ahead and get Drummond and sign him to like a 1 year, just so that you can have him and Mitch basically within the same franchise, so you can see who produces better for your team, and then go ahead and make a decision after the fact, that would be good. But if that's something that you're trying to, like CK said, if you're trying to flip Mitch, get Drummond, and then you don't know if Drummond's even going to work, I just feel like, again, from the things that we really need, defense, obviously, thankfully, is not one of our problems. Rebounding, we can always use help, but that also is because I don't think Mitch is not on the floor right now, so it looks a little bit more discombobulated than it did at the beginning of the season. We need scoring help. We need help offensively. We need somebody who can relieve Randall and quickly and Barrett of all the scoring that they have to do. We need someone else who can go ahead and pull up shots, mid-range game, long-range game, drive it to the paint. We need help scoring more than we need help on defense. So he won't hurt, but he's not going to drastically help what we really need.
My investment needs are at the 1 and the 3. I'm going to say this from now until the summer. It's the 1, it's the 3. I'm not putting money in Andre Drummond and then putting money in Julius. This is not the 90s. This ain't the 90s or early 2000s, bro. We're not trying to put your investment in your front court. We need it on the perimeter. We need a 1. We need a 3. And again, it's not discrediting Andre Drummond, but that's not where you want to make your investment.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not where you want. Now, if we want to be haters and keep him from the Nets, all right.
See, and that's the other argument I got
keep
too.
From
like,
the Brooklyn
fine,
ring
by all means, like I'm rooting for the Lakers. Like, go ahead and get him. Whatever.
Go get him.
The Nets aren't gonna take him.
Yo, trust me.
Trust me. Griffin.
Trust me. They will go and get him. They will get Magic out of retirement if they want. The Nets are that desperate.
I'm telling everybody in the chat. I'm telling you guys right now. If the Nets get Andre Drummond and try to pull this, buy me a LeBron James Lakers jersey right now. I swear I will wear it on this show.
Team LeBron, man.
I will wear it on this show during the finals.
Team
That's
LeBron.
how
You want gold, purple, city edition,
whatever color you want to give me, I will wear it. I will wear it with pride. Go Lakers, because I will be damned if the Nets win an NBA championship.
Team LeBron, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down if you would be with the Andre Drummond move. In the meantime, I want to hear from people in the chat who want to talk about it. Let me hear from the OG Dan from Long Island. Dan, talk to me, man. Are you with the Drummond move or not?
How you guys doing tonight? Real quick, I'm not all for for moral victories or whatever, but these cats tonight, we could have rolled over when we went down, and so I'm happy on the road. I'm happy. I mean, listen, of course I want to win the game. I'm just saying, the guys didn't roll over, and I was glad to see that. Regarding Drummond, man, listen, here's the question, because and this isn't who do you guys want? Because we don't want Oladipo, we don't want Bradley Beal, like. You have to take you have to also consider who's available, right? So who exactly is out there that everybody wants? Who's that D&3 cat that everybody's screaming for? Because whenever a name comes up, all I hear is we don't want him. We don't want him.
I know. I don't turn down everybody, man.
And no, that's what I'm saying. And I'm just saying, when I look at this thing, I look at Drummond, and I no disrespect, and like. That guy's a dominant NBA player. Now, you want to say you can't have two guys play on the block? Well, Julius doesn't really play on the block. You know what I'm saying? Does he help? Does he hurt? He doesn't hurt the team. That's for sure. He doesn't hurt this team. And I agree, if he prevents you from going and getting the marquee scorers that we need, then I agree with you. We should go in a different direction. But I just think to stay out of hand that Drummond isn't a guy for this team kind of underestimates. With all due respect, you're not watching enough Andre Drummond. Because my man can ball.
So then why is he on his third team then, Dan? Why is he looking at his third team?
Well, but why do the Lakers want him? Then why do the Mets want him? I mean, did I actually hear one of you guys?
Because they're more complete teams.
To Andre Drummond? I almost spit up my soda here. Come on. I mean, so I understand what you're saying, but these guys want him, but I mean, there's a reason why winning teams want him right now, right? So all I'm saying is, of course, CP, you say this all the time. The devil's in the details. What's the cost to extend him? How much? What's the market for Drummond? I don't know. But I just think kicking the tires on it and checking it out is not a bad idea. Because like I said, you can say whatever you want. I know the NBA's got a different direction. He is a legitimate post scorer. Now, maybe you don't think we need one, but I don't know. I don't think you can just overlook the guy. That's all.
Yeah.
But listen, thanks for taking the call, okay? You guys have a great night.
Appreciate it,
Bye-bye.
man. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Listen, I'm not, again, with the Oladipo and Drummond, on every episode, I say, I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy. I just don't want to rush the build to be average. That's not what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can let these guys go. If we don't feel, I don't feel like these guys are going to help us win it all or be building blocks to us winning it all. I'm not going to make that investment in an Oladipo RJ backcourt. I'm not going to make the investment in it's not to say that it's set in stone because you can always make trades, but I'm not going to make an investment in a Julius Drummond front court. You don't build teams that way anymore. You know what I'm saying? You need better flexibility. I'm not saying that he can't help. He's a walking double-double. Now, the Knicks already have trouble finishing at the rim, so he's not going to help you there.
Yeah.
You're still going to have inefficiency at the rim.
I think that's a difference between teams like the Lakers. He brought up LA wanting him, and that's because, LA is seeing what life is like without Anthony Davis, and a big part of their game is their size and being able to bully you. That's what helped them win the championship in the bubble. And on top of the fact that, the Heat weren't at full capacity, full strength, but one of the things that was a strong suit in the Lakers is their size. There are some teams that are kind of built in that format. And then there are teams that aren't. You look at the Portland Trailblazers, their strength is that they have shooters. There are teams that are built more evenly. The Knicks, I think, are somewhere between or hoping to be somewhere in the middle. We don't have necessarily the biggest guys in the league. We don't have this necessarily the smallest. We do need more help on shooting, but defense is not our issue. And Drummond, we're not saying he's not a great player. Make that very clear. We're not saying he's not an asset. There's a reason that so many teams are interested in him, because they can use them, because they can use him. But I don't know if he is what the Knicks need at this moment.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's such on the hierarchy of what we need. There's a plethora of other things that are needed first.
Our offense is dead last in the league once again. He's not going to help you there. We need 3-point shooting. We need assist makers. We need more playmakers. That's what we need. Defense and rebounding, we're already solid in those statistics. We're already there. We need shooting. We need playmaking. We are last in assists. We are or close to last. We are close to last in 3-point shooting. That's where your needs are. It's at the 1. It's at the 3. A consistent threat at both positions. That's what I'm saying. Now, Eddie in the chat says you don't have to extend Drummond. Then what are you getting him for?
Exactly.
You know what to make a playoff run and do what? You know what I'm saying? This team is still not good enough. That's what I'm saying.
Well, to the point of us turning down and denying all of the moves and all the rumors, there's one that I've not turned down and I'm sticking to, and the chat seems to agree. I ain't gonna say no names because then I'm out there.
Your boy played well last night.
I'm just saying that chat seemed to agree. There's one deal that I feel like we should prioritize, but I just also, like I said on Saturday, I don't feel like we don't have to make a move this year. Yeah. This is not the year where we have to.
We don't have to rush.
Not right now.
We don't have to rush. Player? Don't be lame. Say who you want.
I don't need it. Just check the chat. The chat saying it all around. Every other chat. No, Lonzo
played well last night. Lonzo played well last night.
I've been pushing this train from before his jump shot got correct because I knew it was coming. So I'm team Lonzo. I'm team. We need to get him. I think he'd be the perfect point guard for what we have right now. That's a conversation for the day. But I do feel like we do not need to make a trade right now because, like I said Saturday, we are in a spot right now where it's right now, like you said so many times, we are playing with house money.
Yeah,
and
don't rush. That's what I'm saying, Dave. Don't rush.
We're not denying that we need everything, like you guys said, the Oladipos, the Zach LaVines, whoever y'all open for. Me, Zach, like Lonzo, but like whatever the case may be, we just don't need to. We don't have to be rushing into any kind of situation because you know what? We make the playoffs. cool. We make a nice little run. We become attractive. Free agents look at us, and then we still have money that we can go and make better moves in the offseason. Or we miss it. Hello, we got a lottery pick, and we got another pick. Like, we're in a good situation right now where we don't need to rush it and make a dumb decision. So
let me run through some calls. We got a couple international calls on here. I want to get them through the line and then wrap up. Let's go to Australia. Emil's in here. Emil, how you feeling? You want Drummond? Do you want Andre Drummond first off?
Hey, man. No, Andre Drummond, man. I want nothing to do with Andre Drummond.
Cheers, bro. No doubt, man. No doubt. How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. I just thought I'd call. I'm a first time caller. So all my mates are Nets fans, so it's burning me so hard that we lost. But
boo.
It's all good. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? But Julius Randle, I don't think we should get rid of him, man. He's a rough rider. So good, Randle.
Yeah. No, he is, man.
I love Randle. And also one more thing. I remember last week, Brian Windhorst said something about a superstar wanting to trade to the Knicks. I don't know how accurate it is or who it is, but I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
I think that's more ESPN filth, and that's why I've been taking it to Max Kellerman every single week that I'm on the show. I've been taking them to task because that's all they want to talk about is that low-hanging fruit. This is why I'm on there. This is why I destroy him in every single debate because they don't want to talk about basketball. They want to talk about fantasy trades and blame Dolan for this and that. That's the story, Emil. Now, secondly, you got to get yourself some new mates. All your mates that are Nets fans, get rid of them and get some new friends. But we appreciate you calling, man. We appreciate you calling all the way from Australia. Everybody in Australia right now, it got to be about probably 2 in the afternoon or something out there. So definitely appreciate everybody for calling in.
Good day, Australia.
Every opportunity she gets to throw her international twang in there, she be trying to flex on the international swing.
Right.
Oh, fake Mary Poppins. All right. I know.
Right.
Always be trying to flex with the accents.
Crikey.
Always be trying to flex with the accents. All right, let's go to Puerto Rico. Jose, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm a first caller from Puerto Rico. I've been a Knicks fan from the Bernard King's day.
Okay, nice, man. Salute, bro.
Yeah, salute. You were talking about Max Kellerman. I hope you mop the floor with him.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to destroy him, Jose. And then I'm going to shout you out before I end the show, man. I'm going to destroy Max. I'm going to sweep him 4-0. And I'm going to be like, shout out Jose from Puerto Rico, man. No doubt, bro.
Yeah, I wish I could get one of those hats, man.
Yeah, I don't know if we ship to Puerto Rico. I'll check, man. I'll definitely check. But, yeah. Send Dave. Connect with Dave, man. We'll see if we can get you one. Dave, definitely connect with Jose, man. Definitely appreciate the call, bro.
Salute to TP and CK and Ashley. Okay.
All right, man. Take it easy, Jose. Thanks for calling, bro. Yeah, Dave, definitely check with Jose, man. Get his address. And see if you got some family in New York, man, because that Puerto Rico shipping might cost us a couple super chats, but we'll see, man. We'll work it out. We'll throw a couple extra stamps on there, man. We'll throw a couple extra stamps.
Excuse you, the original man saying her accents are trash. I'm just here trying to provide okay.
Yeah, I got beef with him too. The original man said that he led the Lonzo Ball train. Hello. Yeah. No. Yeah, I got beef with him too. You got beef with me and Ashley now too.
Yeah. I'm not be the best, but at least I try to entertain.
Absolutely, man. We
are not mates.
We're gonna end with Greg, but let me get to my guy Iller, man. Iller, talk to me about RJ Barrett's performance in that fourth quarter. I know you were turned up, bro. Talk to me, bro.
Ooh, yes.
Yo, CP, what's going on, man? I just wanted to talk about two things, actually, if I could. I have to applaud my Canadian brother, RJ Barrett, on a valiant effort, man. A lot of people here in Toronto was watching this game with, a lot of interest, man.
Nice.
And from what everybody saw, man, we're proud of him, man. A 20-year-old NBA sophomore playing fearless, man. And RJ, if you're listening, no, RJ is listening, man. I know all those
Knicks players listen to KnicksFanTV.
Yeah.
I just want to say, man, keep doing what you're doing. We love you, man. And, I just wanted to talk about the Drummond rumor, if I could. What I want to know is, are the Knicks interested in Drummond solely because, in their minds, they want to make a playoff push with him? Or are they not sure if, Robinson could, re-injure his fractured hand? So bringing Drummond in would be, some kind of, backup plan, insurance policy. They both have, a different game. Robinson is more of, a rim protector, I guess, and Drummond is more of, an offense from the post kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a post player.
That's all I wanted to say, man. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Drummond is one of the last true post-up centers, Bruiser, bully ball. It give you a little bit of defense, but Mitch gives you way more versatility on that end, whether it's in the paint or on the perimeter. That's what I like about Mitch, man. He gives you that flexibility, and I think you need that when you're going out against, these stretch 4s and 5s and things like that. Not to say that, Drummond's an absolute zombie or anything like that, because he can certainly get it done. You remember that game when the Knicks were in Cleveland and RJ tried to swag out on him, and he stripped him, and he stripped RJ in the end. So he's not completely out there on defense, but I like Mitch's versatility a little bit more. To me, if it's real, clearly it's not 100% that they extend Mitch. I think that's what it's telling you.
That's why I'm asking the question. I'm
got
genuinely asking because, we've been talking about it. So, I'm just saying, to me, hearing these rumors, it's sounding like, that's just inching closer to that. So I just was wondering, are we flipping them then? What comes next? So
Agreed.
I don't know.
Agreed. Is that my guy David Fudenix in the chat?
Yeah.
Salute my guy David Fudenix in the chat. West Coast Knicks are repping heavy out here, CK.
He's giving me a hard time. Because we had some Knox takes, and now I got to talk about Lonzo, so he's giving me a hard time. David giving me a hard time.
Salute my guy Dave. We got to get David here, man. Definitely got to get Dave on the next round table or something, man. It's been a minute. So salute to the West Coast round table. We definitely held it down at Yang Chow's. Definitely held it down. Go ahead, Ash.
I need a sermon. Where's Jay Boogie?
I don't know, man. Jay Boogie's been absent these days. I don't know.
Come on, Jay. We need you.
I'm
man.
not
After
sure.
Tonight,
we needed Jay Boogie after tonight, man.
Yeah.
We definitely need him. I haven't seen him in the chat either. So if he's not here, he's definitely doing something. So let's hear from DJ from Shaolin. What's going on, man?
Well, I can't be the preacher, but hit those thumbs up, hit the thumbs up button for your boys.
Yeah, hit that like button still.
I haven't been around either. I apologize, too. My father had COVID, so that's why I
sorry to hear that, man.
He's good now. He's good now, so
good.
It's nothing to stress.
Good, man.
Yeah, man. But as far as the game goes, I'm not going to talk about the negatives because the negatives is obviously the referees. Kyrie gets away with a rip, and RJ tries to go get the ball, and they call a loose ball foul on him. Frank does the same thing. They call foul on Frank. So I ain't going to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
What I will talk about is the Drummond trade and the positives of tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The positives of tonight is that, God willing, this won't be the only national game that they had this year, but obviously they was going out. And even better, you got players around the league watching. So I love that. So just know, and plus Julius is hurt. RJ probably mad about it too. Good. Let this bother them.
Yeah.
Let them keep working because they're going to get better. And as far as the Drummond trade, I got to be honest with you. This Drummond trade, I'm not here for it. But if it happens, then you might get your wish of getting Lonzo because I think they're going to put Mitch in any type of trade that it features Lonzo. I don't know how it would look. I'm not here to do that. But they're not going to get Drummond to play with Mitch. Now, I don't see that being a realistic possibility.
Not for the long term.
Yeah, I already told you. You're getting your I already told you, CP. You're getting your 3 in the draft, bro. I don't know how they're going to do it, but you're getting your 3 in the draft.
Yeah.
So maybe it's Lonzo. Maybe they put on up of Lonzo. But I just wanted to say that. I want to keep it short. Keep doing what y'all doing. I
Appreciate
love
it, man. Appreciate it. DJ from Shaolin. Real quick. Let's go to JJ from Brooklyn. JJ, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on?
Chill, man.
Real quick, man. This one, man, I wanted this one really bad, but I'm not one to complain about the refs, but you got to either call a foul or let him come down, let Randall come down with that. And then also on Quickly, don't get me wrong, I love Quickly. He's a steal. But when he's starting, there's no, he just gets it all for himself. He plays 35 minutes, scores 20 points on 20 shots. He's getting burned by Kyrie. Not that I thought his defense was terrible. Tyrese, he gets buckets, but it's just tough until we get that natural point guard. That's why I'm Team Lonzo as well, man. Even I'd wait for the all season though, because I don't want to give up picks or anything. But if you can't get a stud point guard in the draft, I would definitely throw a nice contract to Lonzo Ball. Natural point guard, he can make others better. Great defensive point guard, one of the elite defensive point guards in the whole league. So I would definitely love to get Lonzo here in the whole season.
All right.
But also, do you think there's any chance Randall gets suspended for tomorrow's game?
I hope not.
The NBA's kind of soft with going.
Yeah, I know. NBA is super soft, but I hope not, man. I hope not, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
Suspended for a non-fight? That's wickedy whack.
Yeah, I hope not. Well, what did they do when Trae Young took a swipe at a ref after the Dallas loss? I think he might have just got fined.
He just got fined.
He just got fined. So it's probably his fine.
He didn't
It's
even
probably
get
just a
close to him.
fine.
If anything, the chair got the worst of it.
He'll probably just get fined. Yeah, you're right. He'll probably just get fined. So let's go to South Cac. Tony, what's good, man? Tony, what up?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Love you. Hey, this just in. The NBA just announced that Ashley got fined $25,000 for complaining about their officiating.
No doubt, man. What's going on?
On the bright
Took it too
side,
far.
My lawyers.
Took it too far.
Get Randall to pay for it.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, just like another caller mentioned, the NBA players are watching this. We know Dame already commented on it. And, what would Devin Booker think? He could be the difference,
Yeah.
Or Bradley Beal, a cat, So this is a positive, guys. This is.
Okay. Man, appreciate it, man. It's a good way to look at it. Real quick, Smirk from Brooklyn. Smirk, what's going on?
What up? What's poppin' with y'all?
How you feeling, bro?
I'm all right. I just want to say good game. It was well fought. Y'all stood in there. I'm a Nets fan. You know what I mean? But I show love to my Knicks people because I was a Knicks fan before. You know what I mean? But I'm from Brooklyn, so I rep Brooklyn.
Wow,
Now,
bro. Switched up on us,
All
fam.
I
What's up
heard,
with that,
sir,
fam?
you're a traitor. That's all I heard.
Yeah, what's up with
I'm
that,
saying,
fam?
I'm from Brooklyn. I got a rep. I'm repping Kings County. You feel me? With the Kings. You hear me?
Come on,
But,
man.
I just want to say this. What's up with Norris Noel, bro?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
you said his
gotta
name
give-
wrong, fam. Let's get him up out of here, man. Forget that, man. I showed that man too much respect.
The audacity.
Salute to
come
you.
in here and then has the right to come and talk about our play.
What do you call him?
But you didn't say his name
He
right.
butchered my man's name. What do you call him, Ash? No one's.
Norlins Noel.
And the audacity to say you were a Knicks fan, but now you're repping Kings County with the New Jersey, a.k.a. now Brooklyn Nets.
Get him up out of here, man. You know, my wine glass is almost at the bottom. See, these people be trying to take advantage of me. They take advantage of me. I get nice at the end. CK.
You blaming the wine?
Yeah, I get sauce, and then I get a little slow with the controls.
My
I
mom,
woke
born and
up.
raised Brooklyn, New York, Brighton Beach, okay, is a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
She doesn't rep no Nets.
I was born in Brooklyn, Brookdale
That's no
Hospital. CKU was in Brooklyn for a second, right?
Yeah, I was Queens.
Okay,
Queens.
all right, all right, close, next door.
Right.
I was born in Brooklyn. I'm not a Nets fan. That's not an excuse, sir. That's not a justification.
He caught me lacking a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And it started going after our team, saying our team's being wrong.
Yeah, man.
The audacity. I'm offended.
New Orleans, man.
Salute to Smirk, man. All right, let's wrap this up because we got to show the ball. Greg from Vietnam, close us out, man. Once again, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna start off with a few positive things, and then the last couple of things people ain't gonna want to hear it, but here we go. First, shout out to Carmelo Anthony because he just passed Akeem Olajuwon to be in 11th place scoring.
Yeah, salute to Melo.
So he was with us for 7 seasons and didn't work out. You know what I mean? It didn't work out the way we wanted, but, I mean, he still gave us 23 points a game for about 7 seasons. All right, so shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Iggy down in G League, because I don't know if you guys got to watch that stuff, but he was letting them have it. He averaged 21 points and 10 rebounds. And all you people talking about Obi should have went to G League, it don't matter because Tibbs is Tibbs. He ain't going to play nobody. Iggy been killing him in G League for 2 years in a row and still don't get no burn. Okay? There's that. What else? And last year we had 21 wins. So no matter what happens, we're going to be better than last year. What else I got? Any more positive before I get on the bad stuff? Guys, as far as the call, I hate to say this. Yes, most of the calls against Frank were BS and were bad, but the last call against Randall was actually a travel. All right?
We got to check.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Loud and clear.
Listen, check it.
Tommy Beard did post the rules up. I got to check it out. But go ahead.
Listen, I put a link in the chat like an hour ago when I first got on. Here's the thing, okay? The up and down, which is really a travel. Julius went up in the air. Irving hit the ball with his hand. Stevie Wonder could see that. But Julius didn't lose possession of the ball. So he came back down with it. That's why it's a travel.
No.
Okay.
No, well, so here's what it says. Here's what Tommy Beard pulled out from the NBA rule book. He says, hang on. He says, dribble. A player may dribble a second time if he lost control of the ball because of these three things. 1, a field goal attempt at his basket provided the ball touches the backboard of the basket ring. 2, the opponent touching the ball. Right. Or 3, a pass or fumble which touches his backboard, basket ring, or is touched by another player. That's from the rule book.
That is a dribble. Randall was going up. Yeah,
and he got tipped going up, so therefore he can get another dribble.
Up. The rule I found. No, but he wasn't dribbling. Look, if you go early in the chat, I put the thing there. I'm on my phone now. I can't find it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Randall went up in the air with the ball. Irving hit the ball, but Randall didn't lose possession. So he came back down. So he went up with the ball and came back down, didn't do anything. That's a travel. Okay? So you guys we can look it up later, but also moving on. Yes, I love the intensity. I love Randall too. But Randall got to learn to keep his composure because, like Jay Boogie said about a month ago, he'd be, arguing with the refs and stuff. He's the only all-star we got. Now everybody watching it, they see him going after the ref like he was going to tear his head off. Then he in the hallway kicking chairs and all that stuff. So now Randall ain't going to get no calls, is he? It's going to be like the Draymond Green situation where Draymond's actually lost him a couple games because he's getting teased at the end of the game. You know what I mean? So he only all-star. Now, what if it get down to we in that play-in game? Because, guys, we about to lose a lot of games, right? We in, 8th now? What if we in that playoff game and he gets suspended for a game? Who we going to start at the 4? Taj?
How many texts does he have?
I understand why he's upset. I'm not sure. But the point is now, if you a ref and you ref in – no, but the thing is, if you watching Randall now, he's not going to get a call, just like Draymond Green don't get a call. So he's going to learn to keep his composure.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that, man. I wouldn't say that.
I mean,
appreciate the call, Greg. I wouldn't necessarily say that. But, I mean, Draymond doesn't get calls because he's probably annoying as hell all game, every game with the refs. They probably tired of talking to him, man.
2 things. One, I think that's a stretch. I think comparing Draymond to Julius Randle is 2 separate things. Randle rarely ever complains about calls. He kind of just takes it on the chin and goes about his business. He may be annoyed by it, but it's rare that he reacts the way that he reacted tonight. What happened tonight was just a blatant disrespect and negligence on that ref. I don't know what in the Scott Foster rulebook homeboy was reading, but in the NBA rulebook, if you have the ball in your hand and you go up and the opposing player tips the ball or touches the ball, that is not a travel. That means you get an extra dribble, meaning you don't call a foul on the player with the ball in the hand, or you call a jump ball because both players have now technically have had possession. I don't know what rule he was looking at, but that's not the rules that I've ever seen.
To me, it looked good. And according to the rule book, if Kyrie touched it, he earned another dribble.
To me, it's the Frank Ntilikina thing all over again. It's because he didn't sell it. He didn't do the flop because it got tipped. He knew one of those Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James type of things. He just went straight up with it, tipped it, got it back, and he went down. But the referees called it travel rather than letting it be a play on when they saw right in front of their face that it got tipped. I just think it was a basic fact of him just not selling it the right way in today's NBA.
But sell it for what? It was a blatant. Kyrie's hand blatantly touched.
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just. That's the only other.
I'm just saying,
damn referees.
Yeah, well, I'm saying in my mind, you sell a play when you sell something like that when either the ref is not visually close enough to see the hand touch the ball, whether you're on the other side of the court or you're on this side and the ref's on the opposite side of you parallel. But if the ref is right in front of you, you shouldn't have to sell anything. You're right there. You can see him touching the ball that I have possession of in my hand. So to either call a jump ball or give me an extra dribble. The fact that he called a travel, I don't think Julius Randle, in the deepest depths of his mind, thought he had to fake something that was clear as day.
Yeah. I think, listen, man, overall it happens. These guys miss calls. We know we've been on the opposite end of favorable calls all season. So, what else is new, man? But we had our chances and we just couldn't close it. And just couldn't take it, man. It was right there for us and missed shots. Kyrie being Kyrie and we just couldn't get it, man. 117 to 112. Knicks go down. Battle of New York Act 2. But we will be back tomorrow night. Knicks versus Philly. CK, go ahead and close us out, man.
Yeah, same old tough loss. We got to bounce back, got another rough one tomorrow, but let's see how we can do. I mean, look, we fought back tonight.
Yeah.
And that's the big positive of that. Hopefully make some adjustments. We go into the next one with, like Ashley said, with the right type of energy. Not doing on this one, except for you, Julius Randle. Keep the same energy and bring that heat to the 76ers. Find me everywhere at CK2K, Twitter, YouTube. You know the deal.
Yes, sir. Ashley?
As usual, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ash Nicole Moss. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, All In with Ashley Nicole. Have a new video up there, so I would appreciate a thumbs up for me. And also subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Sixers game.
Yes, sir. Gotta bounce back, man. Can't dwell on this too long because if we lose tomorrow, it's another one. So it's tough, but we'll bounce back, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Salute to everybody that came in and supported all the super chats. We'll read the rest of the super chats in a minute. All the mods who checked in with us, appreciate it. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major ones, so you can never miss a show. Even if you miss it on video, you can still catch it on audio. Get your KFTV snaps in the video description. What else? Yeah, man, we'll check in with you guys some more, man. Great show, though. Definitely a great show. Let me salute some more of the super chats. TM, if you throw the link to the Discord as well, make sure you guys continue the conversation, man. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Join the Discord group. The conversation never ends, man. We definitely appreciate you guys worldwide. Let me salute more super chats in here. Hang on.
Why are they trying to get me to go at max 2? No. That's CP's thing. I want no power.
Hey, let me salute the super chats. Sheesh. Hang on. Let me salute them. Above the rim, 5 bad calls. Bro, Kyrie touched the ball. 2, Kyrie fell backwards into Frank by his own. Yeah, Kyrie tripped on 2 times and they called fouls. Harden traveling in the paint, that was definitely 1. Jordan fouled RJ on the body contact, that was definitely 1. And Jordan moved before the quickly free throw. Emile Beaumontsor, Australian Super Chat, said Randle is a dog. Do not get rid of him under any circumstance. He bleeds orange and blue, will ride or die for the team. Tough loss in actual pain. Farak DVD says, I hate moral victories, but we have to appreciate our team for this one. Nick the F up. Nets needed that bailout from the refs. That's a fact, man. That is a fact. They got away with one tonight. Andrew V, NBA officiating needs to be more consistent. Extremely weak calls at the end. Review everything under 2 minutes and don't call anything. Let him play. #TMK. Old Dog says Bullock and Burke missed every shot in the 4th. That's when we needed it the most. Yeah, that's the most frustrating part, man. Bullock and Burks, you got to make those, man. And that's why they are where they are, and that's who they are. That's why the Knicks are who they are, inconsistent play and just a bunch of role players. Above the Rim says, Knicks Nation, don't cheat. CP Ash and TK2K like the refs did tonight. Hit that damn thumbs up button. Hit that like button. John Houston says, we balled tonight. Chris Civil, Burks got to go. A few bad misses in the fourth. Hashtag pack 'em up. Dylan Alex, a Spurs fan, says, it makes y'all feel better the Spurs won. Appreciate the super chat. Charlie says, tell him Ash, Nets belong back in the swamps of Jersey. Larry Israel says, preach Ash. Preach Ash. All right. Yuli Ferrizola says, bro, they were MVP chants when Randall was shooting free throws.
They were.
Yeah, his Barclays is our house too, man. Will Note says, there is no such thing as Nets fans. Ooh, going in. Rico3 says, Knicks lost the cause. The Nets are the chosen ones in the NBA. Calls went their way. Nets paid Bobby Smurder to be there. They have no real fans. Yo, everybody's going in.
Bobby Smurder's just happy to be out of a jail.
Yeah, he just did a bid, man. That's why, somebody was like, yo, you got to go at Bobby Smurder next. I'm like, yo, my man just came home, man. Just let him enjoy it. They don't even know who's on what team and what's going on, man. Just let him enjoy it, man. Gerard Paciano says refs were the Scorpions and Randall was the Frog. Ash, that's really been sticking with the people, man. You're really an influencer here. You know what I'm saying? The Scorpion and the Frog references have been living long. Paul Robinson, it's clear IQ needs more reps with the starters. Randall was significantly less aggressive with him, and IQ was taking all these off the dribble shots. Maxwell Walter, yo, Julius needs to get the respect from the refs. Please halt that drumming nonsense when Mitch is coming back. By the way, I rock my KFTV snap every game. Salute to you, Max. Appreciate y'all. John Michael Prego says, tough loss. Scott Foster was at the Capitol on January 6th. I don't even want to set the algorithm off, man. I don't even want to read that. He says, Rappaport sucks huevos. Go Knicks. New Jersey Nets fans don't tip properly. Hashtag 9God. Hashtag free Frank. Charlie Correa, Nets tickets with 4 All-Stars still cheaper than Nets tickets. Ayo, Pat, West Coast Knicks says Brooklyn will always be a Nick Borough. Gentrifying team dumped their fan base in Jersey to claim New York, but we know the history. Another Fugazi series. Hey, salute Will Caldwell. Salute NY Boogie. Says we lost, but still a W because we went toe-to-toe with a giant in the East. Shout out CP for being the voice of the Knicks fan. Shout out Ashley for being as beautiful as she wants to be. KnicksFanTV in the building. Christoph says, you can tell the Knicks, mainly Julius, are fed up with the refs every game. The new NBA doesn't like real defense. Andrew L. Chain, shout out CP and Ashley. Y'all gonna do great things in the business, but it's Nets world. As B.I. says, if you don't know, now you know. Nets world.
That turnaround.
Damn. He was a Knicks fan, FYI.
Yeah. Magnus Magnuson sends an ISK 750. I guess that's Iceland. Iceland, all right, we heavy. We all over the place. Thanks for the show. Iceland here. Good season. Let's see if we get some team next year. Is Chuck still in the chat? Chuck, did you ever do a show in Iceland, bro? What's going on in Iceland, man? Chuck has been in like every country, so he would know.
I'm gonna hit you guys with some knowledge. Did you know that Iceland is actually green and Greenland's actually ice?
Yes, Ash. We've known that since like 2nd grade. But
I was gonna say, I didn't know that was not common knowledge.
For those who didn't know, in the words of Biggie, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, no, I want to check which one has the Northern Lights. That's Iceland probably, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check that. Definitely want to check that.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
You can teach me that one. You can teach me that one.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. We on a Nat Geo wave now. All right,
Look at us.
We transitioned. A couple more. Charlie says, I love this Knicks team as much as I love KnicksFanTV. Dave. Charlie just shows love to everybody, man. Charlie shows love to everybody. Yo, the other day, man, when Charlie and his team was wilding out with the super chats, I came back to the show, and these dudes outlined timestamps for the whole show, like literally every minute. So I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I appreciate
that's what's up.
Chuck D said yes. He played there with Run the Jewels.
Okay, we'll Run the Jewels with Killer Mike and them, no doubt. No doubt. Okay. Yeah, Chuck's been to literally every country, so I'm sure he's been there. Tim Kim says the most fun watch until the ending, seeing how Tibbs closed the game with small ball. Do you see the Knicks maybe going for a stretch 5? I don't know.
Who?
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure, man.
Yeah, answer that question for me first.
Powell once again says, great comeback in the last moments. Had to be soured by the last call. Terrible way to end the nationally televised game. I'm glad to see our team has a fight and the moxie to compete. Angel Barrios, the refs deserve the stone cold stunner and a choke slam. Need shooting to compete against better playoff teams. I will make Ashley feel better. What's a Cash App? Because Randall trade rumors and 9 God. Simpin. Ayo Powell says, keep Randall away from the fire extinguishers tonight. Yeah, we don't want him to go Amari on us, man. Definitely don't want to go Amari on us, man. Yeah. Ed Powell says, no to Drummond. Andre's wanted by winning teams because he will come at the vet minimum. Andre's a terrible finisher. His IQ is so bad.
Andre at vet minimum, I don't know about that.
Charlie Correa says, Chad has spoken no to Drummond. Charlie also says, marry me, KnicksFanTV Dave. The people spend Skrilla. I gotta read everything. The people spend the Skrilla.
I thought it was only I was part of it.
Yeah, I thought it was Ash. I was like, wait, I thought I had to throw my
hat.
Get
it on this?
Yeah, I thought I had to throw my glasses on.
Stepping in.
Yeah. Prince says, loving the game by the Knicks. We didn't get the W, but showed we ain't nothing to sleep on. Big up, CK2K. Mr. Durante says, shout out CP, a.k.a. Kellerman Destroyer. J. Ellis, Miss Moss, CK2K. No more Mitch for Drummond. Mitch moves his feet better and man's a pivot. Top 5 defense. No more ref blame for stuff. Streak shooter, Bullock, 0 points. Noel. Ty Thomas says, this game proves that it's us against the world. Paul Robinson, I know more Lakers fans and BK than Nets fans. Shark Aroma says that chair took that shot from Randall like Van Gundy took that sucker punch from Camby. The NBA will fine Julius $15K. That chair will be out 4 to 6 weeks. O-Dog says, nah, he lost me on that being a travel. The rule was clear. May dribble again if the opponent touches the ball. Come on, fam. Mark Austin, good job. Salute. O-Dog, we've been on the opposite end of favor calls for 2 decades, CP. That's a fact. They don't respect us. Tony P says, I love this channel. Keep the energy going. NYK for life. And that is that. We are out of here, people. See you tomorrow. Knicks versus Philly. CP versus Kellerman 2 p.m. Don't miss it. It'll be back up on KnicksFanTV.